Say Java for Selenium Part 3, Java data types, Java modifiers, and Java variables. See, in this class, we are going to discuss these three topics. See, first one, Java data types. Java data types. Next, modifiers. Java modifiers. Next, Java variables. See, first I am taking Java data types. See, Java data types. First of all, what is data type? What is data type? Data type. Have any idea, Dilpreet, what is data type? It is global concept. You can find data types in all programming languages. You take any programming language, you can find data type. What is data type?
So basically it is the type of data like integer, float.
Yes, type of data. See, data type is a classification of the type of data that a variable or constant or method can hold in computer program. See, data type is a classification of the type of data that a variable or constant or method just a minute. Data type is a classification of the type of data that a variable or constant or method can hold in computer programming, in computer program. See, for example, say I'm explaining general data types. General, for example, character, integer, float, boolean, etc. See, for example, character, integer, next float, boolean, logical values, etc. Next, Java supports explicit declaration of data types. See, Java supports explicit declaration of data types. Observe, Mamata, you have knowledge on UFT, formerly QTP. In UFT, we use VB script. VB script supports implicit declaration of data types. No explicit declaration of data types in VB script. Getting this point?
Okay. Okay, sir.
What is explicit declaration of data types?
So
We can give the data type of the data like int, float.
Okay, we can give the data type
For the variable.
Say
Explicitly.
explicitly. We need to specify the data type before declaring variables or constants. Say we need to specify the data type before declaring variables or constants or methods. Not for all methods, methods with written value. Some methods won't return any value. For that, you need to specify the data type. First of all, that is error. See, methods with return type. Okay. See, we need to specify the data type before declaring variables or constants or methods with return value. Okay. Say in VB script, implicit declaration of data types. First of all, VB script doesn't support explicit declaration of data types. Only implicit declaration of data types means no data type specification in VB script. Then how VB script considers data? Based on usage of the data. Suppose if we enter x equal to 100, then internally it considers integer. If we enter x equal to 1.23, internally it considers double. If we enter x equal to 10/10/2010, then internally VB script considers the data as date type data, but no data type specification. Based on usage of the data, VB script considers data types internally. But Java is programming language, VB script is scripting language. Scripting language is a lightweight language, but programming language, formalities. We need to specify the data type. We need to specify the data type. Otherwise, error, syntax error. Getting this point, Supriya? Any confusion?
Yes, sir.
Say, observe. Syntax. Data type. Next, variable name, semicolon. You can follow this syntax. Or data type, variable name equal to some value, semicolon. Or say data type, variable, suppose variable 1 name, variable 2. We use names, unique names. Variable 2 name, variable 3 name, etc. Or you can assign values. You can initialize variables. Variable 1 equal to value, variable 1 equal to value. Just a minute. Variable 2 equal to value, variable 3 equal to value. Okay, na Dilpreet, observe. Data type, variable name, semicolon. Data type, variable name equal to some value, or data type variable 1 name variable comma variable 2 name comma variable 3 name, like that you can declare multiple variables in a statement. Next, data type variable 1 name equal to some value, variable 2 name equal to some value comma variable 3 name equal to some value. Okay na? Dilpreet, Virat, why people are not responding?
Yes, sir.
Supriya, okay. Saloni, are you following this one? Saloni,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. Next, final modifier for declaring constants. Venkat, can you tell me the syntax for declaring constant? Yesterday we used that syntax. Declare constant. Tell me the syntax. Syntax for declaring constant. I explained
Final.
it. Syntax for declaring variables. Now constants. Venkat. Okay, Venkat not responding. Saloni.
We use keyword final.
Good. Suleiman. Final. Next.
Data type.
Data type.
Variable name.
Constant name.
Oh yeah, constant name.
Constant name.
And value.
Equal to value. Only single syntax. Equal to value. Semicolon. Okay. Next. Supriya. Method with return type. See, some methods only return value. For that we use data type. Data type for returning value. Some methods won't return any value. Suppose if we use void keyword, then that method won't return any value. You no need to specify data type. First of all, no data type specification for void methods. Now tell me method with data type. Tell me the syntax.
Public.
Okay, access modifier. That is, what is that one?
Public access
Access
modifier.
Access modifier. I'm asking syntax, not example.
Okay.
Syntax is different,
Data
example
type.
is different.
Data type.
Access modifier. Next, data
Data
type.
type. Then method name.
Method name.
Then parameters. If we
Open
want to give the
parenthesis. Parameters.
Parameter 1.
Okay, parameters. If you want to use single parameter, use. If you want to use multiple parameters, by separating with comma, you can use multiple
Comma.
parameters. And one more thing,
Yes, sir.
parameters optional. If you don't want to use parameters, use blank parenthesis. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Next, open curly braces. Next,
Close
statements, normal statements.
statements.
Next, close
Close
parenthesis. Sorry, curly braces. Open curly
curly
braces, close curly braces. Here we use data type. And one more thing, if you use parameters, use a data type also for parameters, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So for example, int,
Parameter.
suppose parameter 1, comma, int
Parameter 2.
parameter 2, like this. Like this.
Sir, here we can pass different type of data types like int parameter 1, comma float parameter 2.
No. Here method return type. Method return type. What is method return type? Suppose here data type we used int, for example. Then you need to pass integer parameters only, not character parameters or string parameters or double parameters or Boolean parameters.
Okay, sir.
Method returning type integer, so you need to use integer parameters only. Observe this point, Dilpreet.
But what about if you have a double type, like the return type?
Double return type, you have to use double parameters only.
You can use int and double
No,
in parameters.
no.
So, but it can be that we are comparing two integers and returning a Boolean type.
Comparing,
Two integers and returning a Boolean type.
comparing two integers and Boolean type. That is method
Returning a Boolean
functionality.
type. Okay.
That is method functionality.
Yeah, but return type in that will be Boolean, not integer, right, sir?
Return type,
Will be Boolean in that case if we are returning a Boolean
for
type.
that you need to create Boolean. See, it is not time to discuss methods. We will discuss methods in methods chapter. After discussing methods, you can raise the type of doubts. Okay, na?
Okay.
Who is
Okay,
asking?
sir.
See, that is not related concept. If you want to
Okay.
discuss that one, I need to explain so many things. So you just concentrate on this data type. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next, Java. In Java, we have two types of data types, not two data types, two types of data types. See, Java, we have two types of data types. Just a minute. Two types of data types in Java. One is primitive data types, primitive data types, primitive data types. Another is non-primitive data types or reference data types. Non-primitive data types, just a minute, or reference data types. Reference data types. See, two types of data types, not two data types. See, first I am taking primitive data types. Primitive data types. See, we have 8 primitive data types. 8 data types. Eight data types. Observe, Suleiman. Except primitive data types, remaining all are objects in Java. Except primitive data types. Getting this point?
Yeah.
Here some subcategories. First one, integer type. Integer type. Next, just a minute. Relational type. Relational types, integer types. Next, characters. Next, conditional. Subcategories. Conditional. See, first integer types. First integer types. Byte, 8 bits. See, memory only varies from one integer data type to another. But you say same memory only vary. So if it is small integer, use byte. If it is lengthy integer, use long type. But in our test automation using Selenium, most of the time we use int data type only. Remaining data types, byte, short, long, limited use or no use in our test automation. Suppose if any rare scenario, if they required, you can use them. See, 8 bits. Dilpreet, computer basics. 8 bits means what is the range
1
of
byte.
integers?
So minus 256 to plus 256.
No, minus 127 to 128.
8.
Next, example. Byte, suppose A equal to 10. Next, on small assignment to you, Virat, you prepare data ranges for remaining data types. See, first I explained byte. For byte minus 128 to plus 128. You prepare data types for data range for remaining data types. Getting? Virat,
No idea, sir.
you prepare, you gather that one. Not now. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you gather that information. It is very basic. Computer basics. 16
Okay,
bits.
sure.
Assignment to you. Short, suppose B equal to 1000. Next, int, integer data type, 32 bits. 32 bits. Int C equal to suppose 10 lakhs. Next, long integer, 64 bits maximum. Example, suppose long D equal to, say we have 4 integer data types, byte, short, int, long, but most of the time 99% we use int only in our test automation. Suppose observe Dilpreet, if it is small number, only 2-digit number, instead of byte, if we use int, what will happen?
So more memory will be
It
used in
occupies
that
more
case.
memory. Instead of 8 bits, it occupies 32
16
bits.
bits. 32 bits, right?
32 bits. Instead of 8 bits, 32 bits. Except memory issue, no other issues, no syntax error, isn't it?
So
See, these are the 4 integer data types. Tell me, Saloni, what are the 4 integer data types in primitive data types?
Byte, short, int, and long.
Long. Next, relational data types. Here, numbers with decimal places. Numbers with decimal places. Here we have two relational data types. One is, just a minute, number 4, 5. One is float, 32 bits. Example, float suppose x equal to 1.23 semicolon. Next, double 64 bits, double y equal to suppose 123.45678 like this. Float double. Next, characters, only single data type, char is how many bits characters? Can you tell me, Dilpreet? Character.
No, sir, no idea. 1 bit?
1 bit. Byte is different, bits is
1
different.
byte.
1
1 byte?
byte means 8 bits.
8 bits.
See. Example, char z equal to single quote, suppose A, or char E equal to single quote, semicolon. Observe Virat, char variable for storing single letter, not multiple letters, not series of letters. Getting? Single
Yes, sir.
character. For example,
Character
Mamata,
can be a numeric number.
if you want to store multiple, Suleiman, ask me.
Yeah, a character it can be a numeric number, a numeric like 1 in single quotes.
Yes, you can use 1.
Okay.
Single character. If you want to store multiple characters or series of characters,
String. Yeah, we can use string.
Yes, we need to take string. String is not variable, isn't it, Mamata?
Yes, sir.
String is object in Java,
Yeah.
but we can use string as variable. But string is object. You can apply built-in predefined methods on strings. Okay, anyhow, that we will discuss in string handling in Java chapter. See, we have separate chapters for strings and arrays. Next, conditional, Boolean, logical result, logical value, Boolean. Example, Boolean x equal to only 2 values. Can you tell me, Virat? Boolean values in computer programming, only 2 values. Either
0 or 1.
I'm asking
True or
Virat.
false?
I'm asking Virat. Don't override. Virat, tell me.
Sir, I'm very new to Java language, so no idea for
Not
the
only
Boolean.
Java. See, you can find Boolean in any programming language, any computer programming. Can you tell me, Saloni, Boolean?
Yes, sir. True or false?
Yes,
For
true or
false.
false? True or false? Any one, either true or false. See, these are the 8 primitive data types. Okay, day by day we will use data types, then you can get more clarity. Just to know the syntax and data types. Now tell me, now list out.
Sir,
Will
some people use 0 or 1 also, right?
See, in
For
Java, true or false only.
Okay.
Java supports true or false only. Say, if it is three-way comparison, suppose in VB script, observe Mamata, in VB script, two-way comparison, three-way comparison also there. For two-way comparison, we use true or false. For three-way comparison, we use -1, 0, 1. Getting, Mamata?
Yes, sir, I'm getting.
See, string comp, str comp function also there now in VB script. Str
Yes,
comp, str comp, strcomp. It returns that one constant based result 0, 1, -1. Three-way comparison. Three-way comparison. Somebody asked now, Ritesh. In computer programming, we have two types of comparison. One is two-way comparison, another is three-way comparison. Two-way comparison, true or false. In Java, three-way comparison also there. 0, if both are equal, 0. Next, positive value, negative value. That is three-way comparison. But for two-way comparison, true or false only. Getting?
Okay.
Say. And now list out, Madhavi, 8 primitive data types. List out.
Sir, integer types.
Integer types. List out all 4 integer types.
Byte, short, int, and long.
Long. Next, relational types.
Float and double.
Next, characters.
Characters is char.
Char. Next,
Yeah.
conditional.
Conditional data type, which is Boolean.
Boolean. Okay. Next, non-primitive data types. Observe Dilpreet. Non-primitive. Just a minute, you take this one. Non-primitive data types are reference data types. Say, non-primitive data types are reference data types in Java. Just a minute. Are reference data types in Java are objects and arrays. For example, suppose class name obj or abc, that is object name. You can use your own name. Object name equal to new class name semicolon. Observe Dilpreet here, this one, object name. This is non-primitive data type, reference data type. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Objects and arrays are non-primitive data types. See, this is about data types. And one more thing, data conversion, one concept is there. Converting data. Mamata, in VB script also data conversion is there.
Okay,
Convert.
sir.
Data conversion is there na in VB script.
Yes, sir.
In Java also we have data conversion. Convert data from one type to another. Observe Ritesh. Do you have any idea? It is not only in Java. You take any programming language or scripting language, you can find convert data functionality. What is the purpose? First of all, when data conversion is required, converting data from one type to another, when it is required. Any idea, Dilpreet, when data conversion is required?
No, sir, no idea.
Madhavi or Mamata?
So when we want to change string to character or string to character to integer, during that time we can convert the one data type to
When
another
it is
data type.
required, first of all. Why you need to convert string to integer? See, in VB script also that concept is there. When data conversion is required, you are telling what is data conversion? String to integer, like. Why we need to convert string to integer? Okay.
Suppose like we're getting data from a user, like in a GUI
Okay.
interface.
You are getting
we
the
can
concept,
convert it
Suleiman.
as a string.
You are getting concept, but less clarity. Observe, not only from user. If you read data, reading using input devices or reading from files or reading from databases, if you read data, then computer program considers the data as string type data. Even though you read integers or double, any type of data, computer program considers the data as string type data. In order to perform mathematical operations, we need to convert the data. Getting this point, Ritesh? See, value assignment. See, two types of value assignments. In computer programming. One is initialization. Another is, see, types of value assignment. For example, variables. Initialization, another is reading. Initialization means, what is initialization, Dilpreet?
It's giving an initial value, starting value.
Not only starting value. Initialization means assigning a value directly into the directly in the program.
Yes, sir.
Suppose int a equal to 100. This is initialization.
Yes, sir.
This is initialization. Just a minute. Otherwise, you can declare variable first, then b equal to some 200. This is also initialization. We are assigning value directly in the program. So if we initialize values, then you no need to convert. You can use the data directly. Suppose if you reading, we have different flavors of reading. One is read using input devices, mouse and keyboard. Input devices. Next, another is read from files, etc. If you read data, then computer program, not only Java, you take any computer program. Computer, just a minute, I will specify that one note. If you read data, any type, if you read data, then computer program considers the data as string type data. String type data. If you want to perform mathematical operations, then we need to convert the data. See, in test automation, it is important task. Observe Mamata. Suppose customer name is there. I am reading the data. Customer name. Suppose ABCD. ABCD is string type data. If you read that data, then computer program considers data as string type only.
Yes, sir.
Then shall we convert that data? Is it required?
No, sir.
No, not required. Suppose I am reading customer name, that is string type data only. Anyhow, computer program considers reading data as string type only. I can use that data as it is. No need to convert. Suppose I am reading two numbers, Mamata, two numbers.
Okay.
Suppose 5 and 3. Then how computer program considers?
String, yeah.
String type data. Suppose I want to perform multiplication operation. Result equal to A into B, or addition operation, result equal to A plus B. Then we need to convert the data na?
Yes, sir.
If you read numbers, then we need to convert the data. Why? Computer program considers the data as string type data. If you read string, you no need to convert. Why? You can use as it is. Dilpreet, following this concept?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion? Why you are saying in dull mood?
No, sir. No, sir. It's
Okay,
clear.
cool. Say, observe Virat. Observe the limitations. We cannot convert string type data into integer data. We can convert numbers only. Getting this point?
Yes,
Virat,
I got it.
you are reading string type data. Suppose ABCD. If you try to convert to integer or double, it will show error. Why? We cannot convert string alphabets. We cannot convert alphabets. We can convert numbers only. Getting? Observe.
Yes, got it.
Suleiman, what about you, Suleiman? Any confusion?
No, it's clear.
See here one note. We can't convert alphabets. alphabets to integers or double type or float type or float or double. We can convert numbers only. Now tell me, Saloni, when data conversion is required in computer programming, whenever we read numbers, then we need to convert the data. Why? Computer program considers reading data as string type data. In order to perform mathematical operations, we need to convert the data. Okay, na Saloni, any confusion?
Got it, sir.
Okay, cool. Next, come to next chapter. Ritesh, following. Modifiers. Modifiers in Java. Modifiers in Java. See, modifiers are keywords or reserved words that we add to those definitions to change their meaning. See, modifiers. Modifiers are, all of you put mute. Everybody make nice, put mute. Modifiers are keywords that we add to those definitions to change their meaning. That we add to those definitions to change their meaning. To change their meaning. See, modifiers are keywords or reserved words that we add to those definitions to change their meaning. Next, we have two types of modifiers. Not two modifiers, two types of modifiers in Java. See, two types of modifiers in Java. One is access modifiers. Access modifiers. Another is non-access modifiers. Non-access modifiers. See, first I am taking access modifiers. Access modifiers. See, we have 4 access modifiers. We use access modifiers to define access control for classes, methods, and variables. See, we use access modifiers to define access control for classes, next methods and variables. See, we have 4 access modifiers. One is public, next private, next default, next protected. Say in our test automation is teamwork. Most of the time we use public modifier only. See, private, default, protected modifiers usually for developers for security reasons. In our test automation, most of the time we use public modifier. If you don't specify any modifier, then it is default modifier. Okay, public or default we use. See, first one, public modifier. Any idea, Dilpreet, what is public modifier? Public
So
access
it is
modifier. Ah,
so it is accessible within the class and outside the class also, throughout the Java package, within the package also.
within the package. Okay. See, public access modifier. What about outside of the package?
Sir, it can be accessed if we import the package.
Using inheritance concept, you can access. Public access modifier is accessible everywhere, not only in the same package. Observe, Dilpreet, in another package also, in another, by importing in another project also. Getting this point?
Yes, sir, it's accessible everywhere.
Okay, I will provide the table. I will provide the table. First definition. Public access modifier is accessible everywhere. How to use public access modifier? Suppose public class name sample open curly braces close curly braces. This is public class. Next, private modifier. The private access modifier is accessible only within class. See, the private access modifier is accessible only within class. Example, private int a equal to some 1, 2, 3. This variable can be accessed within the home class only. Next, default. What is default, Mamata? Guess. You no need to specify the default keyword. Otherwise, you can specify. If you don't specify any modifier, then it is treated as default. This can be accessible only within package. See,
Okay.
if you don't specify any modifier, then it is treated as default. This can be accessed. This can be accessible within package. Example, class sample open curly braces close curly braces. We didn't specify any modifier. Next, last one, protected. The protected modifier is accessible within package. Next, outside of the package but through inheritance. Inheritance means reusing, that is object oriented programming concept that we will discuss later. Just remember this term. The protect modifier is accessible within package, next outside of the package also, but through inheritance only. See, the protected access modifier is accessible within package, next outside of the package also, but through inheritance, inheritance means reusing. Example, protected class sample, open curly braces, just a minute, close curly braces. Say I will provide the table, then you can get more clarity. Observe Virat, I will provide table. Modifier, next within class, next within package, group of classes, group of similar classes, next outside of the package, by subclass, next outside of the package everywhere, outside of the project also by importing. First modifier public. Tell me Saloni, yes or no? Why n? Within class.
Yes.
Just a minute. First, just a minute. First private. Within class. Yes or no? Is it accessible within the class or not?
Yes.
Next, within package?
Yes.
No. Observe the private access modifier is accessible only within class.
Okay, sir.
Next, outside of the package?
No.
Next, outside of the package, everywhere? No. Next, default. You tell me, Madhavi, default. Within class? Madhavi.
Yes, sir.
Within class, is it accessible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, within package?
Yes.
Yes. Next, outside of the package?
I believe yes, sir.
No.
Okay.
No. Next, protected. Protected. Within class, yes. Within package, yes. Outside of the package, yes. But outside of the package, everywhere, no. Next, last one, Virat. Public modifier. Public. Within class,
Yes.
within package,
Yes.
outside of the package by subclass.
Yes, also.
Next, last one, everywhere.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, na Ritesh? Did you understand this table? Any confusion? Suleiman?
It's clear.
Venkat? Venkat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Ritesh also. Okay. Okay, Ritesh. I saw your message. Okay. Next, non-access modifiers. Non-access modifiers. See, we have several non-access modifiers. Our test automation point of view, 3 modifiers are important. 3 modifiers. One is static, next final, next abstract. 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 See, these 3 modifiers are important for our test automation. First, static. We already used static modifier in yesterday's class. Dilpreet, can you tell me what is static modifier?
So we do not create an object for it.
Okay, static modifier not only for methods, also for classes, variables. Static means class level. Okay. If it is method, without invoking the object, we can access method. Static modifier. Static modifier is used to create classes, methods, and variables. Example, static int add is a method. Static int close curly braces. Next, if it is variable, static int a equal to 10. Next, final modifier. Tell me, Supriya, what is final modifier? Guess, yesterday we used final modifier.
Final modifier to finalizing the implementation of classes and methods, etc.
Good. See, final modifier for finalizing classes, methods, and variable. Value final, it can't be changed. See, final modifier just a minute. Final modifier is used to is used to create, used for finalizing. Final modifier for finalizing classes. Next, methods and variables. Say in our test automation, we use final modifier for variables only. Methods we frequently change. Next, classes also. We use a final modifier for variables only in our test automation. If we use final modifier, then it is treated as constant. You know the syntax. Final example. Final, suppose int ax equal to 1, 2, 3. This value is final. Suppose, observe Dilpreet, suppose after some time x equal to 2, 3, 4. Is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect, sir.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Suppose if it is variable, int x equal to 1, 2, 3. Next, after some time, Madhavi, x equal to 2, 3, 4. Is it correct or incorrect?
It can be, sir.
Correct.
Because it's an integer value.
Correct. See, it is variable.
Yeah.
X is variable.
Yeah.
It varies.
Yeah.
Next, abstract. Abstract. See, abstract modifier is used to create abstract classes and abstract methods. See, this we will discuss in object-oriented programming concept. Object-oriented programming. Just remember, abstract class means incomplete class. Abstract method also incomplete method. See, methods in this scenario, methods two types: concrete methods, abstract methods. Concrete method means complete method. Abstract method means incomplete method. Next, same in classes also, concrete classes, abstract classes. Concrete class means complete class. Abstract class means incomplete class. See, anyhow, that we will discuss in abstraction chapter. Just remember, abstract modifier. Abstract modifier is used to create classes, abstract classes, incomplete classes, abstract classes, and abstract methods. Why we create abstract methods, that we will discuss later. Abstract methods. See, example. Abstract class sample, open curly braces, close. See, these are the important non-access modifiers. Final, tell me, Mamata, what is final? First, what is static modifier? Static modifier is used to create
classes, methods, and variables.
Next, final modifier
is for finalizing classes, methods, and variables.
Okay. Next, abstract modifier.
is used to create the abstract classes and abstract methods.
What is abstract method?
It's a complete method.
Complete method means concrete method. Abstract method means
Incomplete.
Incomplete method. Okay. Okay, now Venkat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next take another topic. All of you put mute. Java variables. Java variables. See first, what is variable? What is variable? Virat, what is variable? See, variables not only in Java, you can find variables in all computer programming languages. What is variable?
Variables is basically that the value is not fixed. It is varies some
value not fixed.
sometimes.
Incorrect description. Can you tell me, Madhumati? Madhumati, what is variable?
Yeah, it's a memory location to store the temporary data.
Good. Good. See, a named memory location to store the temporary data within a program. I am calling temporary data. See, lifetime of variable is execution time only, program execution time only. See, when we start the execution, then variables load into primary memory. After completion of the program execution, they remove from the primary memory. They won't store on secondary memory. See, a named memory location, a named memory location to store the temporary data within a program. Next, here I used memory term. In computer environment, we have two types of memory. See, basic concept. Two types of memory in computer environment. Mamata, two types of memory in computer environment. What are they? One is
No, sir. Heap memory. Heap.
Can you tell me, Suleiman?
Stack. I don't know, sir.
Suleiman.
Yes. Yes.
Two types of memory in computer environment.
RAM.
Supriya.
Yes, sir. Yeah, primary memory and secondary memory.
Good. Primary memory.
Oh.
What
Primary
is
memory?
primary memory? RAM.
RAM.
Access memory.
Yeah.
Next. Just a minute. All of you put mute. Virat. Secondary memory. Give some examples for secondary memory.
Like DVD.
DVD. See, first one HDD, hard disk.
Hard disk one.
Hard disk is
physical one.
Secondary memory. See, this one secondary memory is RAM. hard disk drive, DVD,
USB.
USB drive, etc. Say variable store in primary memory. After completion of the program execution, they remove from the RAM. See, a named memory location to store the temporary data within a program. A named memory location to store the temporary data within a program. Next, variable store in primary memory. Next topic, declaration of variables. Declaration. First, what is variable? Next, declaration. Declaration of variables. Next, here also Java supports explicit declaration of data types only. No implicit declaration of data types. Java supports explicit declaration of data types only. Getting this point, Mamata? What about VB script, Mamata?
Sir, it allows implicit data declaration.
No, VB script supports both implicit and explicit declaration of data types. But best practice is explicit declaration of data types only. But VB script supports explicit and implicit declaration of data types. Java supports explicit declaration of data types only. What is explicit declaration of explicit declaration of variables only? VB script supports implicit and explicit declaration of variables, but Java supports only explicit declaration of variables. What is explicit declaration of variables? Dilpreet.
To assign.
What is explicit declaration of variables, Dilpreet?
So to exclusively declare the variables, that is explicit data types.
See, first declare the variable, then use. Without declaring the variable, we cannot use, isn't it? Observe.
Yes, sir.
Example, int a declared. Suppose wherever required, you can use that variable. Just a minute. Suppose int a equal to 10, comma, b equal to 20. Suppose after some time, int res equal to a plus b. See here, usage. We are using a plus b, addition operation. We already declared. For example, same one. Suppose we declared just a. This is incorrect. Why? We didn't declare b. Incorrect. This is correct. Observe Madhavi. Suppose observe the third one. Int a equal to 10, b res equal to a plus b. Is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect, sir, because there is no value for b.
Then what will happen?
It doesn't add anything.
Just a minute. It will. It is correct declaration only. Correct usage only. Correct usage. Just a minute. Oh, it is not taking. Just B. Oh, incorrect. But default value is there. In VB script, it will consider dot SYSO control space int A. Initialize. It is not taking. Incorrect. See, declaration of variables. We already discussed.
Put correct.
Pardon?
You put correct.
Put?
No, on the notepad.
You wrote correct, sir, instead of incorrect.
Oh, mistake. Okay. Next, we can declare variables. Just a minute. Declaration of variables. Suppose int A. Next, int B equal to 100. Next, int C comma D comma E. Next, int F equal to 1. Next, G equal to 2. H equal to 3. Next, char A equal to single quote. Observe. Suleiman.
Yes. Yes.
It is only taking characters na. Just a minute.
No, because A.
Oh, sorry. Duplicate.
Yeah.
A is duplicate. Just a minute. E, F, G, H, I, R, J, K.
Yeah.
Next, L. Suppose capital A. Next, char M equal to small a. Next, char N equal to only single character na.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Next, float. Float x equal to 1.23. Next, double y equal to next. Observe Virat. Suppose B value 100.23. Oh, error, slowly showing. Error na. If you try to use this one, just a minute. Error. Okay. Next, Boolean. Boolean XYZ equal to true. Next, string. It is not data type. String is object in Java. String my tool equal to Selenium.
Why we float one is underlines?
Float X. Just a minute. And I have used Y na. Just a minute. 1, 2, 3. Change X to double only. Okay, I will check it. It is not accepting float data type. I will check it. Selenium. Not only single word. Suppose string T equal to test automation. Test automation using Selenium. Semicolon. It is not taking, just a minute. Float. Suppose Q equal to 1.2. Okay, I will check it. Some multiple words. Okay, now Saloni. Here we are not displaying anything. If you run this one, it will execute without errors. Executed, but no output. Declaration of variables.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just a minute. See example for declaration of variables. This is second topic. Next, third one, assign values to variables. Assign values to variables. Virat, assign values to variables, two types. What are the two types?
First one initialization. And second reading.
Reading. Good. See initialization. See assigning the value directly in the program. Initialization. Example, int a equal to 100. This is initialization. Next, reading. See, we have different flavors of reading. Reading using input devices, mouse and keyboard. Next, reading from files. Say, if you want to read input from input devices, object required, that we will discuss in input and output operations chapter. Next, if you want to read data from files, file object required, that we will discuss in file handling in Java chapter. Now just I will give one small example. Say int a comma b, a equal to 1 2 3. Next, b equal to a, b equal to a. Just a minute. SYSO control space enter B. Observe Suleiman, it is initialization.
Yeah.
Initialization. What about next statement? We are reading value from a variable na?
Yeah, that's assignment.
Assignment okay, but assignment type of assignment reading.
Okay.
A equal to 1 2 3 also assignment. Assignment two types, initialization, reading. Hello?
Yes.
But I have to show two important examples. Reading using input devices. Next, reading from files, that we will discuss later. For reading from input devices, scanner object required. Reading from files, file object required. If you want to read from Excel file, Excel object required. Flat file, just file object. Okay na?
Okay.
See, this is initialization. Next, B equal to A. This is one type of reading. Other types, reading using input devices, reading from files, etc. Say, assign values to variables. Next, variable naming restrictions. Observe Saloni. Variables naming restrictions, or you can say naming rules. Observe first one, variables are case sensitive. Variables are case sensitive. See, Java variables are case sensitive. For example, int a. Is it correct or incorrect, Saloni?
Yeah, it's correct.
Correct. Next, int b.
It's correct.
It is also correct. Suppose a equal to 100. Correct. Suppose if you try to assign b equal to 200.
It's incorrect.
Incorrect. Why? Declaration time we used capital B. Value assignment time also use capital B. Incorrect. Case sensitive. What about VB script, Mamata?
It's not case sensitive.
Not case sensitive. VB script is not case sensitive. Suppose we declare variables using dim statement. Suppose dim A, no semicolon, no such formalities. Suppose A equal to 100. Next, display statement, MSG box function A. Yes, it is correct only in VB script. See, declaration time we used small letter, value assignment time capital letter, displaying time again small letter. It will execute. Okay. Next, Java variable names should start with a letter or dollar sign or underscore. See, Java variable names should start with a letter or dollar sign or underscore. Example. Observe Madhumati. My variable name. I am not writing complete syntax, just variable name. My var. Is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Suppose my var. Correct or incorrect?
That is also correct.
Next, dollar ABC.
Yeah, it's correct.
Next, underscore XYZ.
That is also correct.
Next, myvar 7.
Thank you. That is also correct.
Correct. Next, 7 myvar.
It's incorrect.
Incorrect. See,
It start with
character or dollar sign or underscore only acceptable. This is incorrect. Next, suppose any other special character. Myvar.
It's incorrect.
Incorrect. You check this one. Incorrect. Next, variable names should not match with Java keywords. Say, variable names should not match with Java keywords or reserved words. Observe Mamata. Suppose int A. Is it correct or not?
Sir, it's correct.
Next, int new.
It's not correct.
Why?
Because new is an object.
New is keyword for creating object.
Yes, sir.
New is keyword. Java keyword. It is incorrect. Okay, next others must be unique. Must be unique in the scope of declaration. No duplicate variable names. Must be unique in the scope of declaration. What is scope? I will show. Scope of declaration. Scope local, class level. Next, variable names must not exceed 255 characters in length. Actually, this much length not required, but you can use 1 to 255 characters. Variable names must not exceed 255 characters. See, these are the important naming restrictions or naming rules. Can you tell me, Virat, Java variables naming restrictions, or you can say naming rules for Java variables?
So first of all, Java variables are case sensitive.
Case sensitive. Next.
Second is Java variable name should start with letters or dollar or underscores. Then Java, the variable's name should not match with Java keywords.
Java keywords or reserved words. Next.
Reserved words. It should be. It must be unique for while we are doing a declaration. And last, it should not. It must
not exceed 255 characters.
Characters. Yeah.
Okay. Last topic in this chapter, practical topic. Observe. Types of variables. Types of variables. Dilpreet, we have 3 types of variables in Java. Have any idea?
Integer, float,
types
Boolean.
of variables. That is, you are telling type data types, but I am asking types of variables. Okay, I didn't introduce local variables. Local variables. What is a local variable? Local variables are declared in methods or blocks, condition block or loop block. See, local variables are declared in methods or blocks. Blocks, conditions, loops, etc. Loops, etc. I will show example. Next, see, first one, local variables. Next, instance variables. Instance variables. Instance variables are declared in a class but outside of a method or any block. See, instance variables. Instance variables are declared in a classes or in a class, but outside of a method or any block, code block. Next, last one, class level variables, static variables, static or class variables, Static variables are declared as static. These can't be local. Static variables are declared as static. These can't be local. See, observe.
Sir, is that static is a non-access modifier or just regular static?
See, increase your volume. I'm not getting. Static?
Is that static is any non-access modifier or just regular static?
Static is non-access modifier, na?
Okay.
See, today only we discussed. Observe that one.
Yeah, I got it, but I want to confirm that is a non-access modifier or just regularly we use the static word, right?
No, it is non-access modifier only.
Okay.
Non-access modifier. And one more thing, local variables different. Scope is within the block or method only. But instant variables, class variables, purpose almost all same. But what is the advantage of static variables? Observe. Say the static variable gets memory only once in a class area at the time of class loading. Instance variables multiple times. If you use multiple times. See, the static variable gets memory only once in a class area, only once in a class area at the time of class loading. At the time of class loading. Next, it makes our program memory efficient. It makes our program efficient. See, it saves memory. See example. Example. See. Observe class level variable. Static int a, otherwise suppose okay, static int a equal to 10. Suppose static int b equal to 1, 2, 3. Observe Dilpreet, why it is showing error?
Because it is declared inside main.
Inside main na. See, it is class level. Class level. Just a minute. Showing error na. Observe
Sir,
Madhumati, where we have to declare static variables,
in the class level.
class level before main method. Okay, suppose I am creating one static method or a method with returning value. Suppose public int salary blank parenthesis, no parameters. Next, int my salary, equal to suppose 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,500 plus a. Why it is showing? Oh, return type. Complete the syntax. Return my salary. Observe Virat. My salary. What type of variable? My salary. Is it class variable or local variable or instance variable?
It's a local variable, sir.
Local variable. Within this method only it can be used. Within this method. This is local variable. Okay. Next, int b equal to some 20. Int b equal to 20. What is this variable? Dilpreet. Is it local variable or class variable or instance variable?
it is local to the main.
Not local to the main. Not local to the main. That is incorrect. Local means within block. Here any block is there. Suppose int b. Next statement. Just a minute. B. Next, just a minute. I'm writing one condition. If b greater than a, next. See in this block also I'm declaring one variable int x equal to some 1 2 3. Next, b is a big number. If b greater than a, then b is a big number. Suppose I want to print a again within this block. Yes, it is class level variable. Next, b instance variable. It can be used. Next, x, it is a local variable. Local variable. No error. Suppose observe Suleiman, observe. Here one variable is there na, my salary. What is happening?
Yeah, it's incorrect because it's local to
that method only.
That method only.
That method. So error. Okay. Next, observe. After this block, X. Observe Saloni. See, within this condition block, X is not showing any error. After this condition, it is showing error. Why?
Because it's local to
that condition.
You got it.
Just a minute. Run the program. See, B is a big number. A value 10, B value 20. Next, X value 123. Now, observe. Dilpreet, what is B variable? Is it local variable or class variable or?
Sir, it is class variable.
Class variable. What is class variable? Class or static variable? We use static keyword na?
Yes, sir. If it is static, then we use static variable.
Static keyword.
Keyword.
But here we didn't use any keyword and we declared outside of the block, outside of any block. Then what type of variable?
Instance variable.
Instance variable. Just a minute. Here observe. A. This is static variable. B. Instance variable. Next. X. Continue Dilpreet. X.
Local variable.
Local variable. And one more thing. How we access static variables? See, using class name, we access static methods and variables using class name. How we access non-static variables? Suppose instance variable using object. Just a minute. Suppose, see, it is same class. You can directly use static and instant variables. Suppose if it is another class, suppose we are reusing, then how we use? Just a minute. Class name. What is the class name? Class 1. Class 1 dot A. Next, just a minute. Class 1 obj equal to new class 1 obj dot, where is that one? It's not accessing. Okay, now you restrict to this class variable. How we access class variable? Here, in this scenario, you can access directly. If it is another class, here you can access directly. If it is another class, using class name, you can access static variables. Okay, na Madhavi? Static variables, instance variables, and local variables. Mamata.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Local variable purpose clear. Within that within the block only we can use local variable. But static instance purpose almost all same. But what is the difference between static variables and instance variables? What is the advantage?
Static.
Ah.
Yeah, if we want to access the static variable in another class, we need to
We can
access
use
with the class name.
Using class name we can access. Okay.
For instance variables, we can create the object.
Okay, forget about that one. What is the advantage of static variables?
We don't need to create the object.
We don't need to create the object. Okay, using class name we can access directly. No need to create object. But another advantage is there. Important advantage. Dilpreet, last question for the day. What is the important advantage of static variables?
Sir, in static variable, memory is allocated only once.
Only once. See, that static variable gets memory only once in a class area at the time of class loading. See, so that it saves the memory. See, memory point of view, static variable preferable, but some drawbacks also there for static variables. See, usually in our test automation, most of the time we prefer instance variables and local variables. Okay. Any queries, Virat?
Oh, I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Mamata, I'm going to close the session.
Yes, sir. I'm clear.
Okay. See, and one more thing, you don't focus on at this point of time. You don't focus on complex programs. See, yesterday, in order to explain the complete structure of Java program, I used several concepts: conditions, loops, methods, arrays, string, etc. But you don't focus on those things at this point of time. Why? We didn't discuss all the concepts. Now we are at beginning stage. Now we just discussed comments, data types, modifiers, and variables. After discussing conditional statements, loop statements, next methods, etc., then you concentrate on writing complex programs. Okay. Any queries, Dilpreet? I'm going to close the session. Venkat, Suleiman.
I'm good, sir.
Okay. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.